map for Vici. And we've seen them lose it twice over the last couple of weeks. They lost to Beyond 16-14 and to Vici 16-10. And on this other side of things, Tiger have actually proven to be a pretty decent nuke team, winning it 4 times in a row, including a victory over Vici and Beyond in convincing fashion. So if anything, this should be theirs to take. But if there was ever a map that I think TYLOO might take a little bit more seriously, it's this one, just because they're still trying to add it into their pool.
That's true. This could be some good practice for them, especially because even one of the wins they got against Sigma was 16-13. And against Sigma, you shouldn't be going that close against them realistically. So they could do some more practice on this map for sure. You've got to think, though, especially with how they were playing on Mirage, I don't think they're a team that is that well suited to playing Nuke, in all honesty. So I do feel like Tiger should be in pretty good stead to win this one. Then again, they almost won Mirage and it still slipped away from them. And that almost feels like what always happens in the Asian scene, right? We get a team that can compete with TYLOO but can't beat them. I want to see if Tiger can be that team to step up to the plate. Heading into Nuke, this should be their best chance for it as they start on the T side.
Yeah, wanting to get off to a strong start, and that's not a bad way to go about it. Somebody caught in no man's land, and now it's up to Slowly to try and bring things back. Peeking with 12 HP. Risky, but it's because he was trying to sell a bit of a fake for danking. Hasn't worked out. They 3-man stacked that position, and they are getting slaughtered. Only attacker remains, and could be dead here. He waits for Urkaz to peek up, but Cabal comes through and finishes the job anyway. Tiger 1-0, a convincing pistol round, but this is where things get tough. Slowly doesn't waste a second before he buys.
Instantly in with that force buy. This was a round, though, that TYLOO probably should have got way more done from. I mean, that molly missed into hell. They didn't clear danking that quickly, but still, some shots landing from Tiger fairly fast, and that's what allows them to get into ramp and gets them into the round win. I was looking up those pistol stats earlier, Tom, and you were also right about the force buys, in that TYLOO have the best force buy win percentage on the second round in this tournament. I think it was 33% was the number, which is pretty good for those second round buys. So let's see if TYLOO can do it again in this one. We've got the Mag 7 out as well as some pistols for them. Tiger taking a chill pill at the start of this round.
Well, I'm not sure 33% is high enough. I think they're going to want to try and up those numbers a little bit, and this one be one hell of a way to start. I suppose you got to include rounds where they actually just go straight USPs in those as well.
That's true. I don't know how many rounds TYLOO do that, though.
Probably not a huge amount, but maybe every once in a while. We are going to see just the walk outside. Smoke will fade before the last player gets across, but obviously the plan is not to have the last player cross. As Urkaz is just going to hold outside, lurk behind, and try and catch off anybody who wants to make a fast rotation. If anything, this is a round where when the bomb goes down, they should just save, although Slowly has managed to get into position. He's going to try and sneak his way across and play a bit of an off angle, although I say that, this is an odd angle to be in. Like, he's somewhat in a peculiar position, but there's not one that I ever thought would work, and ends up having to just keep spinning around trying to take battles. The remaining players should just save. There's absolutely no reason to fight this. Chances of you winning this round are none, and more importantly, you want to have something to face into the next round with.
Absolutely. The correct call looks to be made. Okay, I mean, Urkaz did not slow down there, and somebody eventually was able to get the kill he was waiting for. Danking, are you really going to go down the vents? I guess he's just waiting in case there's someone that's going to come to him. Close range with the CZ. But nothing of the sort will be happening. Tiger are getting to largely safe positions. Danking even dies to the bomb. Cool. He was sitting in the vents. I don't know why, but hey, it's one less gun for them.
Oh, 2-0. Still going to have the Mag 7. Attacker's also going to drop over a Deagle, so everybody will have something going into this round, and the AWP will be coming up for danking in the next. That's where things should become a little bit tougher for the side of Tiger. But this is where they want to be building up some cash. The only worry is because there's still all this weaponry available to them, you could be seeing a bit more damage. It's going to be the same play again. They're just going to go running straight towards Secret, but it might be a bit more of an elaborate ruse this time. Trying to almost show to TYLOO that, okay, we're doing exactly the same thing. See if they react accordingly. Somebody's just gonna...
Don't think about it too much, Tom, because he probably didn't.
I don't think he thought about it at all, but that's just me. I might be wrong.
You know, one of the other options for somebody is maybe he's just someone who's very spiritual and just trusts his instinct and trusts his gut always. Unfortunately, his gut isn't always right, clearly. But hey, the push into the A site looking okay. As soon as I say that, though, Dankin gets another kill. And Tiger have been slowed here significantly. This could actually go the way of TYLOO if Dankin can land some more shots. Attacker's got one with the Mag 7. The bomb is in no man's land. It's out in the open. And Tiger have got to work on getting that back. Thankfully, they've got that kill they were looking for. And Attacker still has the Mag 7. So he's not got the best gun to try and deal with this. The AK is a lovely upgrade for him, though. Bomber now going to move into the A site, and Attacker hears it. He's got the information. Tiger surely have to be aware roughly where he is, though. They're planting on the other side of the site. Attacker's still waiting patiently, trying to clear all these angles. It's a tough one, though, and Urcast gets him from above. A close round, but one that Tiger do win.
Yeah, you mentioned like maybe he's spiritual. I honestly think the only spirit that has ever been involved with somebody is going to be Absinthe. That's the only one that makes any sense to me. Down it by the bottle before the match starts, and you won't remember anything that happened. And hopefully, eventually, I will never remember anything that you've done either. But we'll see. Faster play coming out. I like this change of pace, but the Molotovs are going to deny them. Finally, some utility available for TYLOO to try and slow down some of these plays. And Danking's gone on a very hefty rotation early in this round. Moving away from the ramp now that's slowly set up. And he's going to try and reposition himself. Try and do some more damage elsewhere. Still, though, the T's are set up ready for what seems to be a take of this A site.
Step being made. Slowly, not going too far. Again, one of the more sane players on TYLOO. Will rarely push too far and rarely make that mistake. It's much more of a passive player, which I think TYLOO need at times. King has been able to get a kill with the AWP, and wow, Summer blinded. Still gets the headshot. Trades continue onto this A site, but Attacker is raining down some shots from above. And Tiger just haven't made the progress they needed. They're nowhere near the bomb site, and the rotate is arriving. Attacker's even got another kill, and now 9 has 3 players against him. He was landing some good shots at the start of Mirage. He's got to do it with the AK this time. He gets that first man. Now somebody might have to slow down, and slowly is the man who comes in for the flank. TYLOO on the board thanks to the first gun round.
I hate him. just peeking up and down the ladder. Oh god. Oh, I'm hoping they manage to save Danking's AWP, because it is definitely something that is going to completely change their outside hold. And the T's didn't have an insane amount of money, so they might actually have some struggles going into this one. In fact, they do. A Deagle, a Galil. They do have that AWP to face off against. Danking does this regularly. He goes aggressive outside, and it is very 50-50. And Dobu's going to say thank you very much. Free AWP for me. Oh my god. How's he getting away with this? How? No, he just got 2 kills back in a trade. Dobu does nail him with the AWP eventually and slowly just won a battle on 1 HP. This is ridiculous.
Urcast already onto the B side of the map. The smoke is not for this side, but the shot from Dobu is. There's still another man at ramp as well, but Dobu's going to go for the bomb plant. The push through the smoke. Oh, Summer. He thought he went through. No, he didn't. Slowly still sitting in it, and they get both the kills they needed. Not sure exactly what TYLOO were going for there, but Tiger will take it. They win the 2v2, and TYLOO's money is instantly in the bin again.
just the places he dies. That's the thing. I feel like if you looked at heat maps for players, like his would just be everywhere and anywhere. Slowly as well, like walking through the smoke there was very, very risky. I think he either had to go for it or just wait and try and make a play afterwards. To just walk through it like that was a little bit mental. These outside smokes are causing some real problems though for TYLOO. It's the bare basic ones,
Yeah.
but a lot of the time teams can't even hit those.
Yeah, the basic smoke shouldn't cause you this many problems, is the thing.
It's almost a kill coming up. They still have to worry because there's a couple of other players down here, and this is the adaptation TYLOO've made into a round where they only have pistols, is to just gamble a little bit more. Of course, somebody's already managed to push forward into the lobby. Why not? Might as well just expect it at this point. And Summer is going to try and hold into Mini, but realistically, he should be dead fairly quickly. And the flashbang, they're definitely aware that there could be someone here.
Oof. Good shot from Dan King. Oh, he's got a second.
No.
Hello. TYLOO knocking on the Devil's door in this round. They've brought it into the 2v2. And Dan King smells a gun. He's got an AK into his hands now. Oh, the flank. How is he not dead? Finally, Cabal gets the kill he was looking for. And somebody is left in the 1 versus 2. Pushing up close and personal. 5-7 in hand, but Cabal is ready and waiting. TYLOO are so good at making those rounds close, but at least Tiger are holding on this time.
Yeah, and a 5-1 start on the T side is always going to be beneficial. We've seen some questionable T side halves from TYLOO throughout this tournament, so going onto the T side of Nuka map, we've not really seen them play. I'm not going to be expecting a whole lot. Not the greatest of starts for a few of their players as well, and I definitely feel like they're a little bit less comfortable on this map at the moment. Somebody spamming through. It's going to be almost an even trade of damage, but they've missed a player jumping down into the vent, which could cause some real issues. Urcast is just going to be waiting there. Doesn't have control of the bomb, of course, but if they are to make a play outside, he would be the player able to hold off any rotations. It seems like they might go for something into ramp, but they've still got Dobu waiting, and a fairly structured T-side coming out so far from Tiger, and I'm liking it. They're looking very good.
Yeah, I agree. It's been solid so far with these plays. Just kind of exploiting the weaknesses. That is not a solid peak, though. NCL goes out wide, and Dan King was more than ready. Smoke goes down from the T side. I don't think that really helps them too much, though. They can get up close, so Dan King is going to be falling back. And remember, Urcast was down the vents earlier. That's something I think they're still not aware of. I don't know if they know that he's still down on this B site. I mean, Dan King's got his back turned, but Urcast can't get into position. So 33 seconds, he might have to break the window, and that would give the game away. The bomb's still up on the A side of the map, though. What's the end goal here for Tiger? Now they're going to come down the vents and try and get to B.
Now this will be the realization. Dobu's caught off slowly as well on the wrap, and Urcast should have a free kill onto Dan King.
Dan King caught one.
Teammate does go down in response, but it shouldn't matter too much in the grand scale of things. And Urcast even going to retrieve an AWP for the afterplants. CT side in a very awkward spot. But the retake probably not going to be coming in, especially with Dobu's position. He's been fantastic already. Just causing real issues. An attacker, he doesn't have a kit. He should just be getting out of there at this point.
Okay, Urcast. That must have been a scoped kill as well. It didn't show the no-scope thing in the kill feed. So that must have been a nice shot. Much improved, though, from Tiger on this map. You can already see it. And partly because TYLOO are getting lost in the rotations in some of these rounds. I mean, look. That was the perfect time for that to happen. As soon as I say they're getting lost in the rotations, you see that. Yeah, quick kill from Urcast. Quick flick with the AWP. And trouble is brewing for TYLOO. I guess they can buy pistols again in this round. The thing we've had on Nuke, though, is that I feel like they haven't had as many of those set plays like they had on Mirage for these sorts of rounds, where you kind of want TYLOO to do something a bit crazy as a team, maybe go for some lobby aggression, maybe stack a site. They haven't done that as much in these sorts of rounds, so I'd like to see that here. They've got 4 nades as well, so we might see the artillery strike go down towards Yard. This could work.
Oh.
Or it could not.
It does some damage, but unfortunately the response is far worse. And they are just trying to push, but again, it seems to be fairly individualistic. It's slowly taking some aggressive spots around the ramp. While the T's are just patiently waiting. They've realized they're up against pistols. They've realized that the CT side are trying to be a little bit more proactive here. And this is where these slow defaults from Tiger really can work quite a lot better. They're just countering anything that TYLOO is attempting. Dan King's going to be caught pushing. Somebody is... You can see he's tempted. He wants to go pushing out of Secret. His inner demons forcing him to try and make a play. Slowly does manage to get a kill, but I think he's realized that retrieving that gun is next to impossible. Unless somebody does something truly incredible, I don't see a way that he doesn't die. And yeah, there you go. I knew he'd peak eventually. I was just waiting for when it would be.
It's definitely a safe bet that somebody's probably going to peak. That's the AK they were looking for. I am a bit confused as to why Cabal was on the ladder as the push came in. You either just go up the ladder or you just don't. And he kind of got caught in between the two. Slowly he's being a sneaky boy. Up close with the CZ. Caster's got his back turned right now. Oh, slowly. Isn't looking the right way, though. Yeah, he's about to be dead, surely. Oh, Caster's let him go. I guess he's only got the CZ, so you can afford to let that happen. And now Caster's on the hunt up close. Oh, okay. Where was that from? Was that through Hut, I guess? Well, Urcast had a free kill. It was stolen away from him. And Summer's not even 100% safe at spawn. Urcast is going for this.
Yeah, their money's not crazy on the T side, but it'd definitely be worthwhile removing an extra gun. Summer.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, even gonna flash into it. This is beautiful play from Tiger. Like, the fact is that when the way Tiger are winning at the moment is genuinely enjoyable as a fan of good Counter-Strike. Like, obviously, that TYLOO game, the victory they had was crazy, manic, incredible individual prowess.
Oh my
god. But this is just clinical. That's pretty nuts as well. 7-1. T side as well. Tiger, well, they're pretty much cementing our thoughts that TYLOO probably should still stick to their ban of Nuke. I just wonder how much worse Train truly can be that it is worse banning out. Like, sure, they haven't played it much, obviously, recently, but last time they played, they beat Beyond, who they didn't manage to beat on Nuke. They went close versus Vici. Like, it just doesn't seem like a good choice for them.
Are they trying to boost? What are Tiger doing here? No? I guess they're just all sitting in that same spot and just hoping that they don't get naded.
Maybe they're waiting to see if somebody's going to peek out of Secret again.
Yeah,
I think they're that set that somebody's going to get aggressive that they're happy to just sit outside. That's how ridiculous that this has become. They're just like, oh, we can just wait.
Yeah, you might be right, honestly.
Well, they might be looking for someone to try and get down the vent. They have lost Cabal, so that has failed. Yeah, I think that was the plan. Wait for somebody to get down the vent, and then they had a player in the backlines. Instead, it's gone wrong for the first time in a while. That's such an aggressive peek from Summer, but he gets 2! Oh, dear Lord. There may have been a firing squad on the other side, but, well, he's found a gun and he shot back. 9 and Urcast. At least wanting to make this one as costly as possible. They've got money for the next round, but after that, it might be a bit of a tougher task. They're going to try an entry into this A site from a couple of different angles. There's actually nobody here. How have they got 5 players alive and they've got no one on A?
That's a mystery that I'm not sure I'll ever be able to answer. Somebody with the drive-by. Cast 1v5. Let's. I was about to say, let's see what you've got. You got nothing in that one.
I love how that's a 5-on-2 and somebody doesn't wait for any of his teammates and just runs in and domes both players. Yeah, I thought that was the case. They were waiting for Cabal. This is just silly. This is silly. Like, I don't know how he manages to get away with that. But this, look, there's no one else retaking. He just goes in on his own. Oh.
I guess that's the solution to the TYLOO retake problem. Just somebody kill everyone. I'm sure that's reliable. I'm sure that will never go wrong. Oh, I like this from Dan King. I like throwing this in every now and then. You are very vulnerable to Silo. You've got to be ready for both those angles. But Tiger just fully stacked into ramp and slowly's gone through the smoke. This is so risky. He goes down early and there's no one anywhere near this position. That is a huge problem.
Oh, they've managed to bypass him. Somehow somebody's managed to get wallbang kill, but Dan King's been traded out in response. And now they're actually just going to go doubling back in the other direction. Cabal's found an entry and the A site is firmly under the control of the T's after plant position. And it almost seems like that last round was just a blip on the radar, Walker.
I've got a question slowly going so aggressive there in that round. I think it's fine to do that if there's someone close by, if there's someone in heaven, if there's someone near that can rotate and plug the gap quickly. But there was no one anywhere near ramp. Losing that control so early, it just puts you in a terrible spot. And, oh, another flash. Lovely stuff. Tiger are just setting up these flashbangs, setting up all these rounds, making very few mistakes. Somebody's still going to get a knife kill, though, Tom, because he's just a crazy man. Oh! Okay. Oh, he's dead to the bomb.
Oh, that's a little bit of sweet karma, isn't it?
Imagine if he didn't even, like, get the kill. Like, the bomb just blew up as he was trying to get the knife. That would have been perfect.
Well, they're going to have enough money to buy into this round anyway. Yeah, this is the problem. Like you mentioned in the last, like in the post, you're like, oh, maybe Slowly's one of the ones who doesn't go too aggressive as well. Never mind. Do you know what? This reminds me of when we were watching After. Also, no, sorry, not After. Huatsai. We were watching Huatsai play this map, and it was just Ronan just making ridiculous plays where you're just like, well, that's not very clever. And just hoping that his individual aim is enough to get him through. That's what TYLOO are doing. They're trying to pug nuke. Like, who tries to pug nuke?
Even when I'm pugging nuke, I don't try to pug nuke, you know? I try and do smokes.
It's not going well. 8-2. I'm almost. There's a part of me that's glad that Tiger have just come out and just shown their stuff, especially after a long series. They could have taken the first map. Somebody, oh, he knows there's a player here, and he's gonna miss. It's 9 to take him down. He's having another very good game. He was decent at the beginning of the last map, obviously overshadowed slightly by Cabal. In this case, though, it's a similar scenario. He's performing very well. It did take a long time to get onto the board last time, but realistically, this is a very, very different scenario. This is not a team that looks like they're going to come back whatsoever, especially not with 9 rounds on the opposing T side, but this round is still technically doable. Wraparound is coming in. They've got counter Molotovs to expend. Doesn't seem like there might even be a retake here. Looks like they're just going to give it up.
Summer's still close by. Here's that AWP shot, a bit of information. Yeah, Summer, there you go. You've realized that your teammate's not with you. Good job. Get out of there. Attacker is nowhere near the action. Oh, he's gonna get caught, isn't he? He's gonna get caught. Yep. Yep. Cast is already here. Nice proactive play. Tiger just seemed to be one step ahead of everything, right? Like when TYLOO are trying to save, they're getting flashed. Tiger are instantly ready. Or when TYLOO are trying to get better guns, Cast is already there. He knows the AWP was dropped there. He knows that he can just sit there and wait patiently. I think this series so far is perfectly summing up the strengths of these two teams. TYLOO, they win Mirage, very close, but they do probably have more skill across the board. Now you head on to Nuke, and this is a map that clearly just... okay, 9, that was crazy. This is just clearly a map that doesn't suit TYLOO's strengths whatsoever.
Well, let's see if they can at least try and...
Stop trying to get your hopes up,
Carry
Tom.
on, Hawker. Carry on.
I will, because Dan King has delivered a delicious double kill. Beagle headshots landing for him, and Dobu. Okay, buddy, don't whip out the bomb when you're about to take a fight. Obviously, no way he could have known that, but still scary, and it's going to go against them. It's going to go against them, Tom. Unless NCL can be the hero. He has been very quiet in this series. They might not know exactly where he is, especially considering Attacker isn't even looking this way. Attacker's been able to sneak into that position, though, but he's still got his back turned. Easy kill for NCL onto the first. No bomb in his hands, but a minute left on the clock. The nade should do a bit of damage to Slowly as well. Again, he can just continue to look for these fights, but Dan King slowly slides out. And that is the most TYLOO way to win a round. Of course, they win with the pistols. Why not?
That second shot is utter filth. This as well, ridiculous. And just a TYLOO round, isn't it? There's always one. Something always seems to happen. And especially after somebody decided to just running wide peek out. Not a round I really wanted to see them win, but it happens. Money's actually not that great again for Tiger, and now you can see the confidence start to rise from TYLOO. And while they've managed to trade effectively initially, but 9 is going to get the trades back in response. And that seems to be all this game is about. TYLOO doing something incredibly aggressive, and then Tiger just trying to rectify things. It doesn't seem like they have a plan, doesn't seem like they have particularly good holds, and they definitely can't retake.
Where are TYLOO right now? Are they all on A? Yep, they are. Dan King dropped down from heaven to come to A. Now he's going down the vents because he's realized, oh wait, there's a B site. Oh. He's starting to clear out some of those angles, but now Attacker's pushing into Hut. Like, I don't know what they're really thinking.
He's going to have heard the gun dropping on the floor.
Yeah, it's
so
actually working okay.
He knows that there was somebody in the lobby. But then again, the T's look like they're about to go back outside. Now, they'd be doing this likely without any smokes, as otherwise that would give away their position completely. Summer's now going to go wandering as well. It seems like both teams are just trying to figure out where the other is, and Summer, this is what I mean about getting a bit lucky, but Urkus is prepared, and now they're going to start running the gauntlet. The thing is, Dan King is here. He could drop the bomb. He could end this round. There's still another player there. He's going to throw a counter Molotov and actually push over the top of the other one. He gets caught for it. 9 from behind.
Time.
And they're going to just about have enough time to get that bomb down. I think it's within a second. Oh, that is very lucky indeed. An Attacker, he was ready to just run away, run for the hills, but gonna have to try and clutch this, and 9 just goes walking in, beats him at his own game, and Tiger take a 10.
I'm loving the performance from 9 so far. He was someone that wasn't really on my radar fully. I think he's their 4th highest rated player as the AWPer on this team. And yet he's just been the best player for Tiger by far, it seems. I mean, Cabal obviously on the first map was killing it, but across both of the maps, 9 has consistently been putting in work. Now TYLOO. Oh, I mean, what is this buy, Tom? It's there's an AWP, there's an M4, there's a UMP, there's an auto shotgun, and a FAMAS. It's almost just like it's a collection of random guns. It's like, you know, those biscuit assortments you get. There's always some in there you just don't like. That's what this is.
Yeah. Well, with me, that's more celebrations. You know, you get your bounties, your Snickers. Bleh.
I agree. Both of those are bad. Glad we're on the same page.
Dan King, he's been caught out. Managed to start off the round, but again, they managed to get into this B site almost for free. And again, all it really takes is patience. I guess that's what we're looking at this point, is whether or not TYLOO can actually just hold? And the answer is no.
Freebie sight. And a free round for Tiger. Make that 11. Assuming nothing stupid happens. Which is never a safe assumption when TYLOO are playing. I think I've got another good analogy for TYLOO, Tom. They're like that problem child at school who has all that potential. You know they're a smart kid, and they're just doing dumb stuff all the time and just kind of ruining their future, you know? It's sad to see.
See, that's funny because you remind me of the teacher that would tell the parent, and they're like, he's got so much potential,
Potential.
Like, I think he could be great one day, but he just needs to pay more attention in class. Which is basically just, I couldn't be asked to actually give you a reason for anything. I remember one of my teachers once. So my dad was basically the parent that teachers didn't want to see. Like, one of them actively tried to run because he would just ask them difficult questions that they didn't know how to answer. And one of the teachers tried to go on the offensive once and said, like, Tom hasn't been turning up to my lessons. And my dad went, that's because he dislocated his knee a few weeks ago and wasn't able to walk to the other site. Have you been sending him work? And the guy went,
Oh, when they go in with so much confidence as well, and they just get owned like that. Oh.
Yeah. Well, the guy also painted his shoes gold, so you know he was a weird guy. He was a music teacher, so you know.
Right. That makes sense.
I once walked in after class to his classroom, and he was knelt down in front of a speaker, just playing his bass guitar, like with the speaker in his face, and I just like slowly closed the door and walked back out again. I'll leave it be.
That is, I think, the only good option there.
I think he got fired eventually. Either way, 11-3. Tiger dominating Summer. Probably going to be the man to eventually peak this angle. Oh, and you know you want to. You've got a teammate supporting above the hut. Attacker. Ooh, it's not the prettiest of sprays. Oh, well, eventually, Attacker's actually going to burn to death. Summer did peak, but it seems like Urkus was maybe caught sleeping a little bit there. They've still managed to even things up and have plenty of time to play with. Look at Dan King. He's all the way around the back. He's walked all the way around. And he's not going to get anything for it.
It's still a doable round, especially if somebody's landing shots like that. It's a 1v1 slowly, drops down, and TYLOO win the round out of nowhere. A stunning round to win, and yet even with that, they still only get full rounds from their CT side. So you can only get so excited. But hey, at least that was another round on the board, Tom. I still don't think they're winning on Nuke, but maybe they can put up a fight.
Don't really know how they won that one, if I'm being brutally honest. I love how Attack just stands in the fire. Oh, God. Well, just, I guess, trading slowly as well. Should not have got that kill, but it happened. It's fine. Now we go on to the T side of TYLOO, with Tiger currently with a hefty advantage. Okay, Dobu. Headshot through the smoke. The fallback as they try and wrap into this B site. Nice work from Cabal and Urkus, leaving just two men standing. Urkus with another one, and somebody, he's left alone. Oh, NCL didn't expect him to actually double back, it seems. Slightly asleep as he rounds the corner. A smoke now picked up for somebody as well. Not much of a chance. It's a small one. And Urkus is now going to be waiting. There's no way he expects this. He still gets the kill. What? Insane reaction time. Dobu, though, in another off angle, will do enough to kill him.
Sometimes I do wonder, if you put someone else's brain in somebody's body, what would happen? How good would that be? Because some of the shots he lands are so good. Dobu at the start of the round as well, getting that through the smoke. A really good read again from Tiger, by the way. Look at how many players they have on B. They're just instantly ready. It really looks like they've put in some good prep work for this one. And just in general, we've been talking about TYLOO a fair bit, but we've got to give a lot of props to Tiger in this one. You know, they haven't had to do anything crazy, but they've just looked consistently solid. Very few mistakes being made, really good utility for the most part, and they've gone for another chance in this round. After winning the pistol, they should have the better buy, but they are up against the Deegs of TYLOO, which can be deadly, and they're already proving it. The 4-Deeg prophecy continues. They're starting well in this round. It is back to a 3v3, though.
Yeah, Dan King looking to try and wrap back. He does have the bomb, so if he drops it in heaven, that could be a big problem, but I think instead he's going to have a free kill onto Dobu. Cabal. Got a kill elsewhere. Attacker. Oh, the timing. He's left on just 3 HP. Needs the instant Deeg. It isn't going to get it. It's left all onto Dan King. 1 versus 2. M4 in hands. Armor alongside it. He's going to go pushing back into the lobby. But just as he does, his opponent goes wrapping back around. Maybe looking to try and gather up and play this one together. It might actually be worth just going down the vent. Trying to reset this round in a completely new scenario. But instead, going to try and bait out a push by fake planting the bomb.
Oh, close range, and he still wins the fight against Cabal, but now he's going back to the A site. Smoke gives him some cover, but NCL is close by. Dan King fakes it out, goes for the fight, but NCL just needs the one shot to the face, and he delivers. Much better map for NCL so far. He has been having enough impact. He's been getting a few kills on the board. The rest of his team have all been shining bright. And Tiger are truly roaring now, roaring to victory here on Nuke. They've got a 13-4 lead, and TYLOO won't be giving up that easily, Tom. They've gone for another force buy.
Of course they have. Of course they have. It's almost the same as the last one. I guess they have a couple more Mac 10s. I do wonder going into the playoff stage if they will still float Nuke, because it doesn't seem like a map that they really know how to play at all, unless they're playing against such weak opposition that, well, they basically don't know how to play either. And then it just comes down to Angels again, which, well, that's where you never want to be facing off against TYLOO. Few flashbangs coming through, but it's still going to be the kills coming up for Dobu. Had it being a much better map. He was quiet on the last one. Now we're starting to see the level we need to see from him if they're going to be able to beat TYLOO in this series. Dan King, he's had a few rounds here and there, but ultimately it is going to be another 14-4 for Tiger. I don't think we've seen TYLOO get slapped this hard in a long time. Now, they did lose 16-7 to Huatsai, which is still the upset of the entire tournament. But this is looking far worse than that.
TYLOO have put themselves in a position now where they are just forcing every round. They've sealed their own fate. And they might not get a full gun round on the entirety of this T side of Nuke. Hey, you're right in that this is a rarity in the Asian region for TYLOO to get beaten this badly. Oh, that's a great nade as well, Urcast. While Blind gets the kill with the HE grenade. Utility has been so good. Urcast in general has been excellent on this map. And he keeps on going, getting a 3rd kill from that position, putting the pain onto TYLOO in this round. And slowly he's trying to sneak on in. Finally, Urcast has been dealt with. Damage has already been done, especially with Summer falling. Slowly only has 10 health. This round has to be over.
Yeah. Oh, Cabal not quite realizing fast enough where his opponent's going to be. He's at least being able to make this one a little bit more costly, but of course with TYLOO consistently force buying, their buys are not really going to improve too much other than the loss bonus. And without a bomb plant here, wouldn't be in a too good a spot at all. Slowly has to be careful how he goes about this one. He's going to try and sneak back in towards the A site, but see them waiting. Oh, what a turnaround from NCO. Even landing the headshot. 15-4. Buy's still going to suck. AKs at least, but two of the players without head armor. And barely any utility, which again is not something you ever really see on a normal map of Nuke.
Yeah, who knows if TYLOO would even know the nades, to be honest. Not a map they really play too much of. NCL at the end here. What's this turnaround look like? Oh, pretty good. 15-4, this could be it. 9 opens up the round. Urcast there alongside him. Another attempt from 9, not successful this time round. Danking's been able to sneak all the way in though, and 9, well, he was ready. He landed the leg shot, but Danking gets away with it. Cabal surely will get this kill though. Turned into a 3v3. Still anyone's game, but somebody is sneaking onto the B site.
Oh, not anymore.
No.
Gonna walk straight into Cabal. It seems like every sneaky play he goes for just gets caught out, and our Attacker and Summer, all that remains of TYLOO, they at least have an advantage when it comes to the weaponry, but again, no utility available. It's awkward for NCL, but he's still going to win it. An Attacker, oh, he's in no man's land, all the way outside, and he's looking to try and wrap back in. Got to be careful. It looks like he was going to check, but Cabal on an off angle. 16-4, probably the biggest slaughter we've seen from